Good morning, welcome, and thank you for taking the time to join our webinar today. I'm Julien Munoz, I'm the Senior Vice President Sales EMEA at Radisson Hotel Group, and together with our guest speakers, we aim to take you on an exceptional journey today. Today we'll explore a selection of our finest hotels, part of the Radisson Collection brand. I have with me today two special guests, Chema Basterecea, our Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer. Chema will share with us the latest insight on our growing worldwide portfolio and footprint. Welcome, Chema.
Nice meeting you all.
We'll have Jens Brading, General Manager at Radisson Collection Royal Hotel Copenhagen, who will take us on a virtual tour of the world's first designer hotel. Welcome, Jens.
Hello.
Today we have a busy agenda, as usual, I'd say. So I would kindly ask you to share any questions you may have in the chat box. We will end today's session with a Q&A and we'll address as many as possible. One last comment before I hand over to Chema. On behalf of the Radisson Hotel Group, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your great partnership and support throughout the last year. No wonder it has been a challenging year for the entire industry, but we are starting to see a positive outlook as well in Europe, although America is far in advance, and trust that together we can accelerate the recovery of our sector. So you can expect that today's webinar is just the first of a series of many great new developments that we are excited to share with you. Chema, it's over to you, please.
Thank you, Julien. Good morning to you all. Thank you enormously for joining, making an effort to be with us in this busy morning. As also Julien has said, I think this is the right moment to start, let's say, traveling together again, right? So we have certainly detected over the past months in North America, in the Americas, and some regions of Asia Pacific, but also Middle East, some recovery, and now has started recently, very recently, to also arrive to Europe. So we all of us have suffered, and we are suffering still. I mean, it has been a very long, more than a year, very tough period. Over that year, I would like to share with you a few elements of the things that our group has been doing and focusing on. So as you did also, we've been managing the crisis, right? Because we're talking about safety crisis. So our main focus has been to drive and to control and to limit any potential risk for our clients, for our internal clients, for our employees. And I would say that I'm very proud of the teams. I'm very proud of the way all our hotel teams manage this crisis from a safety perspective. You cannot afford, let's say, any mistake in safety, and it has been always one of the main pillars for Radisson Hotels Group, and so obviously this very special year. As all of you also are doing, we're managing the economic crisis in parallel. Safety, as I said before, is something that you create and you generate, and we have to care for every single day, every single minute, every single hour, and we continue focusing on that. And at the same time, managing this crisis. But besides that, also our company and our shareholders continue supporting us in making out of Radisson even a more important company, being a best-in-class company in terms of delivering the highest possible consumer experience. And humbly, I would say that one of our main objectives to become one of the top hotel operators in the world. Last but not least, since we embarked 3 years ago in a 5-year plan aiming to multiply the profitability, the quality, the satisfaction of this company, and the size of the company, right? We invested a lot and we continue investing a lot in technology, in CapEx to renovate our hotels, and also in talent. And during these difficult times, we're trying to preserve our talent and not to reduce them drastically as a consequence also of the crisis. So our shareholders and our company making a specific and a special effort, let's say, in continue fostering our development, our growth, and increasing, let's say, the quality towards your clients. Jumping in the numbers that you are seeing, you see here the current footprint of our company. So Radisson Hotel Group is comprised of 1,200 hotels in operation, almost 200,000 rooms around more than 120 hotels. And under development, we have almost 400 hotels with 62,000 rooms. So all in all, we're talking about 1,500 hotels across, again, more than 120 countries. When analyzing the geographical spread in your region, in the Americas, we have almost half of the existing portfolio, 600 hotels, and also relevant, let's say, pipeline to be developed. But the type of hotel is a bit different because the Americas portfolio, it is clearly represented or significantly represented by country Inn and Suites. There's almost 65, between 60 to 70% of our total portfolio is that type of hotel. The later you will see how it fits within the Radisson Hotel Group brand architecture. In EMEA, we have almost 600 hotels between hotels in operations and the development. Average size is a bit higher than the America, let's say, unit per hotel, with more than 100,000 rooms. And Asia Pacific, this is our current footprint, 155 hotels, with the numbers that you are seeing, but with an amazing and an incredible development plan where our ambition together with our main shareholder is to open 2,500 hotels over the next coming 5 years. That enables me to introduce who is our shareholder. Our shareholder is Jinjiang. They have become, our shareholder has become the second largest hotel company in the world with 9,000 hotels. Out of these 9,000, 6,000 are in China and 3,000 are located out of China through Radisson Hotel Group with almost 1,500, as we said before, and Louvre Hotels with the remaining ones. This is the global brand mapping. As I said before, 3 years ago, we embarked in this 5-year plan transformation of the company. And one of the elements and one of the initiatives that we reviewed was clear the existing brand architecture. So by that time, Radisson was very strong in the full service, especially with the Radisson Blu in Europe. There is the largest brand in Europe when it comes to number of hotels. But basically, we're targeting the upper upscale, also the upper mid-scale with parking and catering, as I said before, very present in North America. But we have clear opportunities to enhance our portfolio on the upper part, and that's the reason we are talking today about Radisson Collection, right? And also always on the upscale, but let's say with full and select services with the new Red propositions and Radisson propositions totally reinvented. So this has been one of the main changes happen also as a consequence of this 5-year plan. Today, we'll be talking about the jewel of the crown, but you can see from this global brand mapping that we cover basically any potential type of experience, any potential type of targeted clientele. And last but not least, during 2020, so in a year of crisis, in a year of difficulties, the company, as I said before, continue investing, continue researching, continue developing, and we launched also Radisson Individuals as the new alternative also for the independent hotels. Last but not least, last year we opened 20 hotels, we signed 40 new hotels, and during 2021, we're aiming to open also 30 new openings in EMEA in this case. So a lot of vibrant, let's say, development within our company and a lot of positive things, let's say, happening. As we said before, today is the day of collection, and this is just the beginning of some series of capsules of webinars. Collection, as we said before, it is positioned between the upper upscale and the luxury categories. We like saying there is an affordable luxury, is a contemporary luxury, is a new lifestyle, is fresh, absolutely very fresh. Where we privilege, let's say, the local position and the local beauty, the local treasury of every single hotel. Later, you will see when Julien will be presenting a series of some glimpses of some hotels and also during the video, where no two properties are, let's say, look the same, so are totally different. So it's not a standardized product. And we try to maximize and to bring the value and to respect the value of a single property from a historical, from a location, from a country, from a positioning perspective, from any angle, from the decoration to the culinary, the service. So I would define, let's say, collection by its design, by this local approach, by this atmosphere, and how distinctive those hotels are, as I'm convinced that later you will discover by your own when looking the pictures and looking at tangible, let's say, examples. Please, next one. Yeah. Here is the footprint. Also, as I said before, we're talking about a portfolio of 1,500 hotels across the globe, right? So we've been from the beginning very selective and very strict in which hotel could be a collection. So the idea is not to create, it's just to create the finest hotel within our portfolio. And for the reason, as you can see here, has been a progression. The first hotel absolutely to be considered a collection is the one that Jens later will introduce to us with a very nice video. There is the Royale Radisson Collection, Royale Copenhagen. There is the first design hotel in the world, designed already and up and running and functioning since the 60s. So it's a beautiful design by Arne Jacobsen, and is the first collection hotel. Then during 2021, we've been able to develop 27 hotels with different locations. You can see you have hotels in UK, you have in Denmark, you have in Russia, we have in Middle East, we have also in Africa. So it's not in only Europe, it's Middle East, it's in Africa, it's in Asia Pacific. We opened our first collection in APAC, concretely in Shanghai, in February this year. And we'll be open the second one, a resort one, also during the end of Q2, so in a few weeks, also in China. So very geographical, let's say, widespread. The intention is to get in 2023 in 36 hotels. So all in all, we could say that represents more or less 3% of our total portfolio. So I think that also shows how demanding and how exigent we are in deciding which hotel can be or not can be collection. We have now a beautiful project in Italy, where we started with 3 hotels 3 years ago, and now we're reaching almost 20 projects. Out of these 20 projects, 7 will be collection, and the most immediate to be open, already open collections. It will be presented later by Julien. But we're entering into new countries and very, let's say, countries with a high appealing from a touristic destination perspective, let's say. This is all that I wanted to share with you. I'm free, obviously. I'm more than willing to answer your questions. Once again, thank you for your attention to join this call. I would like to close just with a glimpse of, with a glance, let's say, of the whole portfolio, showing a very short video, and then I pass the word to Julien. Thank you again for your attention. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Chema. Thank you for sharing all those valuable insights and information with the audience. And I'm sure our audience already has a much better understanding of our brand, our footprint, and our growing portfolio. Once again, today I'm thrilled and delighted to present to you the Radisson Collection, which stands at the top of our selection of properties in the portfolio, and hope you'll enjoy the tour. The video we just watched summarizes perfectly what makes Radisson Collection unique. But let's recap one more time all key features of the brand and what you can expect when you book a Radisson Collection property for your client. We welcome your client in exceptional locations. Radisson Collection properties can be found in high-profile locations, in major capital cities, and exclusive leisure destinations. Milan, London, Shanghai, Moscow, but also resort destinations such as Blue Mountains, Bodrum, and Nanjing, to name just a few. Exceptional locations and prestigious addresses. From Copenhagen to Moscow, Rome to Muscat, our hotels are also located close to prime attractions. Take the Mayfair, a Radisson Collection hotel. This hotel is located in one of London's most exclusive neighborhoods, which made it a playground for London's high society and the official hotel for the London Fashion Week. In each city where we are present, we guarantee the most exclusive locations in that destination. Let's talk building and impressive architecture. At Radisson Collection, individuality, as Chema was sharing earlier on, is our strongest common thread. None of our collection hotels are equal, and the impressive architecture of each of our properties reflect this. No matter if it's an historical building or a modern new build, our hotels are landmarks in their own right and boast an authentic local influence. Example here of the Royale in Manchester, a Radisson Collection hotel that is an iconic Grade 2 listed building in the heart of Manchester. Design, living design. It is one of the brand's core pillars, and one of our hotels have been designed in collaboration with world-famed architect and interior designer. Our hotels are a beacon for an inspirational lifestyle. Each hotel is filled with high-end art and design, appealing to our guest appetite for finesse and attention to details. To experience what living design means for us, Jens will join us in a few minutes and take us on a tour of the world's first designer hotel. Last but not least, our hotels feature bespoke restaurants and bars with vibrant social scene that attracts locals and guests alike. We create a social atmosphere and offer award-winning and unique dining experiences. In just a few days, we will open the door of our Radisson Collection Hotel Magdalena Plaza in Sevilla, which house two Spanish gastronomic concept restaurants, both spearheaded by Michelin star chef. So let's recap one more time. Exceptional location, exceptional address, exceptional architecture, exceptional design, exceptional dining. This is the promise, and we'll stick to it. We spoke about our expansion across the world, and we picked specifically on Italy. So today's destination is Italy. Chema mentioned in the first part of the webinar our impressive expansion in this country. So we decided to give you a glimpse of what you can expect in the country of La Dolce Vita. Radisson Collection Hotel in Italy are truly breathtaking. You'll see it in a moment, absolute breathtaking. Building on the success of our first Radisson Collection Hotel in Rome, we have 3 new hotels expected to open their door this summer in Milan, in Venice, and Cortina d'Ampezzo. Let's start with Rome and the iconic Palazzo Montemartini, Rome, a Radisson Collection hotel. Palazzo Montemartini is located in the heart of the city. It's an historical building from 1881, close to top attractions like the Trevi Fountains. It's an 82-key hotel and is maintaining many original features like ornamental woodwork and marble columns. The Grand Hotel Savoia Cortina d'Ampezzo, a Radisson Collection hotel. It sits at the base of the dramatic Dolomite mountain range. Spectacular environment. This 132 rooms hotel is a timeless landmark, constructed in 1912 with a distinguished history of welcoming world-famous personalities such as Sophia Loren and Sir Winston Churchill. How about enjoying a high-end Milanese experience at the 5-star Radisson Collection Hotel Palazzo Touring Club Milan? An iconic Milan building, the stunning hotel was once the headquarters of the Touring Club Italiano and is an excellent jumping-off point in downtown Milan for exploring what is European Fashion Center. Last but not least, the Radisson Collection Hotel Palazzo Nani Venice, situated by the Cannaregio Canal. With 52 beautifully designed rooms, the hotel's architecture represents an ancient Venetian family house and still boasts original frescoes and design features. This is the promise of Italy. More to come, more to discover. So we hope you enjoyed the tour and that you've been inspired with those unique and charismatic properties. We spoke about living design being one of the features that makes our Radisson Collection brand unique. To best demonstrate how this translates in our hotels, our guest, Jens Brading, General Manager at Radisson Collection Royale Hotel Copenhagen, will take us on a virtual tour of the world's first designer hotel. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the tour.
My name is Jens Brandin and I'm the General Manager of the Radisson Collection Royale Hotel in Copenhagen. Welcome. Thank you very much, Julian, for giving us the opportunity to showcase our hotel. Royale Hotel opened its doors as the world's first design hotel in 1960. Reborn in 2018, the Radisson Collection Royale Hotel offers you an extraordinary combination of heritage, world-class, contemporary living design and what we like to call hygge, Danish hospitality. Please follow me on a tour of the hotel. During one of the larger renovations, one of our colleagues suggested, why don't we keep one room in the original setup like it was in the 1960s. Welcome to 606. Almost every single item, from the furniture to the design of the building, was created by the famous Danish designer Arne Jacobsen. He created so many items for this hotel that we became the first design hotel in the world. The most recognizable ones are obviously the egg chair, the swan, and the drop chair, for instance. It is design that Danes live in. That's why we like to call it Danish living design. The Royale features 261 guest rooms and amongst them 33 signature suites and corner rooms. When we renovated, we ask ourselves constantly the question, what would Arne Jacobsen do today? So we combined the great design with exceptional amenities and the best view in town. You have to come and visit our restaurant, Café Royale. We are famous for bistro-style food straight from the Josper Grill. We are famous for our Sunday brunch and the best high tea in town. The hotel has over 900 square meters meeting and event space for all kinds of events. Have a look at our meeting rooms. Over the years, many famous people have stayed with us. Nelson Mandela, Frank Sinatra, the Beatles, just to name a few. At the same time, the most important guest for us is the one right in front of us. And it's our passion to create memorable moments for each and every one. I would like to thank you very much for joining me on this tour, and our team is looking forward to meet you and your clients and show them great Danish hospitality. Julian, back to you. And I'm happy to answer all your questions a little bit later. Thank you.
Thank you, Jens. This is a very inspiring moment. I truly love this hotel and I hope our audience enjoyed the tour. The history of this property makes it a not to miss experience when visiting the fabulous country of Denmark. If Copenhagen is where our Radisson Collection story started, we have a pipeline of existing new openings for the next 24 months in key destinations such as Paris, Budapest, or Bilbao, to name just a few. We will keep you informed as these hotels open. Of course, at the end of this webinar, we'll be pleased to share with you those videos, and feel free to share them with your customers as much as you want. I hope that you found today's entire session interesting and insightful. Again, it was a delight for us to present to you our crown jewel collection of hotels. And don't forget, you can book our Radisson Collection hotel on GDS or on your regular platform using your dedicated agency code or our master chain code CW. One last news today, specifically for American colleagues here. We are very pleased to welcome in the team Yvonne Rupert-Gordon as our Director of US International Luxury Sales. So we are gearing up and making sure that we are providing you with the best possible service and support. Yvonne is very well known in the industry here, and we're very glad to have her with us to continue and embrace the journey of our Radisson Collection. I think it's time for our Q&A. Once again, feel free to shoot your questions in the chat box, and I will invite Chema and Jens back with me to answer a few questions. We'll take a few seconds just to get the question in, and I will start shooting. Let me start with the first one here. Chema, I think it's for you. Is Radisson Collection present in Asia Pacific?
Yes, the answer is yes. We have our debut in February this year. So the first Radisson Collection hotel has been opening Shanghai in February, and there will be, as I said before, I think there will be a second one arriving at the end of Q2, early Q3. There is a resort in Nanjing. So the answer is absolutely yes, and there is an important pipeline of other collections also to be developed in the near future. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take that one here. Has Edwardian left the Radisson Group? Absolutely not. In fact, I think I've introduced two of their fabulous properties, the Mayfair and as well as the Edwardian Manchester. So absolutely not. In fact, we're very happy and glad to have the Edwardian Group as part of the group. So rest assured, they are with us. Absolutely. Are all the properties open, Chema?
As of today, I have only the visibility as of today, or mainly the visibility of MEA. There is the area they're leading. So we have two lease properties closing in Europe, and I think we have 45. So in total, let's say less than 50 properties closed out of the portfolio you saw before, around 500. So 10% of the portfolios is still closed, but it will be open over the next coming weeks, let's say. In North America, in Americas, I think all hotels are open, and in Asia Pacific, they were open with the now exception of India, where obviously for obvious reasons, what is happening and what is happening there, so we have to close the hotels. But I would say we're approaching, let's say, to the opening of absolutely the whole Radisson portfolio very soon, a couple of weeks everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, and of course we're talking here the overall portfolio, not just Radisson Collection portfolio, indeed.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jens, I think I've got a question for you here. Is Copenhagen a leisure-friendly destination? And what is there in the neighborhood of Radisson Collection in Copenhagen?
Absolutely. We have one of the oldest and most scenic fun parks directly in the city center of Copenhagen, Tivoli Gardens, and it's directly outside the hotel. I think there is enough for a week to visit Copenhagen with culture, with design, with shopping, you can go boating in the harbor and so on. At the same time, I think what Julian mentioned before, especially for our American audience, we have in the meantime enough hotels all over Europe, so you can enjoy a week or 2 week European road trip. And as it stands at the moment, from the 1st of July, hopefully American vaccinated citizens, guests have the Corona pass also for the whole of Europe. At the moment, it's only a few countries, but by the 1st of July, by the way, Denmark is no problem to access for Americans as long as you are vaccinated. We are part of this pilot that's going on. Hopefully by the 1st of July, it will be possible all across Europe.
And today I heard that it's mask free in Denmark, isn't it?
Well, we like to be the first. We were the first. No, the last. No, we were the last to put the mask on. And as of Monday, the Danish authorities have decided that you only have to wear masks in public transport. So let's see.
Masks are very designed.
Exactly, designer mask. But we will see where it goes. I think it goes in the right direction across the board, and we already have the first Americans traveling here, most of them for business. But we miss our American leisure traveler. We have been built for transatlantic travel, and we really hope we want to help you. Let us know whatever we can do to promote our destinations, our cities, our hotels, and we are very, very thankful that you are back on board and so many people are interested in what we have to show.
Thank you, Jens. In fact, there's a great combination, I think, in the Nordics with Copenhagen and the Collection Hotel in Copenhagen, as well as our great Collection Hotel as well in Stockholm, right? So the Nordic is well positioned here.
You can go to Berlin soon, you can go to Brussels, you go to Milan. I mean, road trip.
I'm going to send that question to you, Jens. I hope you have the answer, but let's try. There's Natalie asking, is Denmark open to UK travelers too?
At the moment, I think UK is still on the yellow side. We can share a link to the foreign ministry. It's at the moment it's still depending on the infections per 100,000, I believe. So I think it is yellow at the moment, and that means you can enter. But and you don't have to quarantine. For orange, then you have to quarantine for 10 days, and then for
Okay. Gemma, question for you here. We have some interest about Italy. When will the hotel in Venice open?
I would say September this year. So firstly, it will be, so there are 2 hotels collection already open. There are Cortina d'Ampezzo and Rome Montemartini. They are already open, right? And the third one, chronologically speaking, will be the Milan touring. That will be open by the end of August. And Venice, yesterday we visited the property, and I think if we are lucky, between September and October, surely. Yeah.
Okay. There was a question here, and it's true that I don't think we precise this. How many rooms do we have in the Palazzo Nani?
At the Palazzo Nani, we have 55 rooms. So this is a very tough exam.
Yeah.
It's 55 very big rooms and with a beautiful affreschi. So all these historically painting walls and roofs. And a beautiful garden also inside. Also the lobby area and the different and let's say the different mezzanines are beautiful also. There's plenty of space. It's in a very tranquil quartier. It's a beautiful property, very cozy, very lifestyle. Yeah.
Hang on, because I'm getting more questions here, so I'm just trying to get them in the right order. I've got a question, and I think this is a very obvious question in our days, but can you tell us more about our safety protocols in place, Gemma?
Okay. Yeah, as I said before, I mean, Radisson has always considered safety in general. I'm not talking about the pandemic, but even prior to the pandemic as a key pillar of our DNA, right? Because we're operating in 120 hotels, so you can imagine the differences in legislation, in fire, life and safety regulations. So we've been always to the extreme in terms of preserving. So we don't, let's say, are satisfied with just the local requirements. So we're trying always to get to the excellence and to request more from those installations, but then also from the behavior, from the training, and from the way our employees operate and act and work. Right. When it came the pandemic, I think we all are learning. right? So we've been very fast in sharing information across the different countries and theaters. So because remember that it started in China, then it was spread to Italy, and then all over it covered the whole territory, right? So we started to use and to share a lot of information in terms of anticipating and being very good in mitigating any risk for either our employees or our clients. We developed very strict and very developed, let's say, protocols. The ones of you can visit our website, you can visit the hotels, and you perceive them in deep cleanliness, disinfection protocols, safety. I mean, in terms of the increasing the physical distance, also increasing that and strengthening in the community spaces. Protective also equipment for our employees, constant training, because it's not only the means but also the training, because I mean at the end of the day the risk is caused in every single, let's say, movement of every single person. So there has been a lot of activities happening and going on, and not only satisfied with us, let's say, managing those activities, we invited an external certifying company like SES to check all the different procedures and processes and to make sure that the, let's say, the manuals were implemented continuously and are implemented continuously, because there is no space for mistake, right, in safety. Then when approaching the return to travel, we also managed to have very affordable and accessible PCR, let's say, testing locations if needed, depending on, fortunately we are seeing and listening, right, that the situation is getting a bit less strict, but if needed PCR, we can provide that service. Also, that service also can be provided for selected hotels for groups. We're also introducing rapid COVID antigen testing for meeting and events. So there is a lot of activities going on. As I said before, there is no space for mistaking safety, and it will be always one of our key drivers and key pillars above profitability, above quality. So that's there is no doubt on that. Yeah.
Thank you for this position. In fact, together with our great health and safety standards and COVID testing and all this SGS certified excellence, we also supply and deliver some great flexibility as well in our booking terms and conditions, understanding that we're not out of that crisis yet, and we need to offer the best flexibility to our guests, and usually will be the one be able to pass on to your customers, right? We have one last question. It's a bit of a personal question, gentlemen. I'm going to ask this one and see. What is your favorite Radisson Collection property, Chema? Besides Jens' property, of course.
Beside what?
Beside Jens' property.
I love okay, because I was gonna say that. I mean, I was gonna say that I had my heart divided, because until now it was Jens. I mean, I love architecture, and that hotel is a piece of design, as we said before, right? So if I can choose that one, I mean, you know that I'm Spanish, but I've been living in Italy over the past 13 years, so I'm in love with the Italian portfolio. I don't want to choose. I mean, I would like to move from Cortina to Rome and to Venice and even to Milan. I'm even considering now buying an apartment very close to to the two properties we will have collection in Milan, because there will be two collections almost together. The Touring Club that will be opening, as I said before, around September, and in a nearby street via Santa Sofia, there will be a second one, right? But I mean, just if I have to choose, I would say the Venice one. I mean, Venice is special, it's better than me. It has a lot of connotations, and our hotel, I think, is the right location because it is inside the heart of Venezia, the Venice, let's say, but in a very tranquil environment. So you will love it, and your clients will love it. Yeah, definitely. Sorry, James, I have to betray you.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for answering those questions, and thank you to the audience for those great questions. Of course, if there are many more of those coming, please rest assured our team remains at your disposal, and Yvonne definitely is there to support you. to cover any question that you may not have had a chance to pose tonight. Once again, we want to thank you very much for joining us today out of your very busy schedules. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for your support again, and have a great day. Thank you and goodbye.